Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GWE100. It's the Tier 10 German SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Ghost Town, and it's under the command of randyxx777 of the War Clan. And he's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel. He loves this Arty. He really enjoys playing it. Game on. Well, that's why he's put the axe coloration scheme on it, which of course is the Vinny scheme, which was actually put on it to after the Christmas, I think. Yes, because Vinny used to be the axe. He was the one who would take down the legs of the attackers on the enemy team. Okay, well, let's see who he can kill. Well, he might be putting a round into the bush at the back, just in case there's anybody there. Wake up. Yeah, we can see you. If you're wondering who Vinny is, by the way, that's Vinnie Jones, the football player, as opposed to, well, the Americans might call him a soccer player, but he's actually now an actor. In fact, him and Eric Cantona are actually quite good actors, if you think about it. Vinnie Jones is in many films by Guy Ritchie, and in fact there's a really good film called The Gentleman, which has now been turned into a mini-series, and so you can actually see that, which just looks good fun. Rounds out, good shot. Oh, he hit the Emil 2 and the T110E5 out of that one, and has picked up a huge amount of hit points. Now, this Arty is a fake Arty, I'm afraid. Yeah, never actually existed. There was never any intention to turn an E100 into an Arty. It would have been an interesting Arty if they did, but it never came to be. In fact, the only hull of an E100 that was manufactured ended up in the UK, and we still don't know where it is. It might have been turned into scrap metal. It could be buried somewhere. In fact, if I ever won the lottery and had plenty of money to spare, I think that'd be one of the first things I'd do, is I'd set up a team, including people like Sophie and Lisa, and we'd go out there and try and find that E100, and if we could find it, to restore it. Oh, another good shot. Huge amounts of damage there. Masses of damage. He really punished the Emil 2 and the Object 260, and he got stun assist out of that one as well. Excellent shooting. Now, there's a real ding-dong battle going on the west side of the map. In fact, there's only 2 enemy tanks actually fighting here, but it's an M46. He's gone. He fires at the M40. M40, oh, it was the Object 430, rather, I should say. And now we've got company. We've actually got a Batchat alongside us in this game, and it's the Batchat 155-58. Tier 10 game with Tier 9 tanks in it. Our team is doing rather well, I should say, but it's mostly down to Randy at the moment. He's the one who's been hammering the enemy. Rounds out, good shot. Hits the front of the VK4502 where the engine is. Unfortunately, we did lose a tank there, but our team's still doing well. The enemy seems to have captured most of the town. I think our guys fell back gradually, but it's kind of drawing them into a trap, because I think the moment they find they've got the town, they lose on the flanks, and the guys in the town are just getting hammered. Let it settle, let it settle, let it drop in. Rounds out, looks, oh, RNG was cruel. It went to the left. The Batchat had a go at him as well. Well, the enemy have reached the end of the town, and our guys have moved up on the west flank, but they haven't been able to stop them on the east flank yet. And now the enemy are trying to pressure, and look at the C3 blocking them. Well, that shot definitely hit the 260 on the enemy team. Unfortunately, it did hit our teammate as well in E3, but I'm not sure he'll actually be worried about that because it did stop the 260. It took a whole lot of hit points off him. And you can see the enemy Arty are having difficulty trying to put shells on our teammates simply because they're using the buildings as cover. So it's working in our advantage. There's that VK4502. He comes out the corner, rounds out, direct hit again on the engine deck. 315. He's now got 2.5k of damage and loads, well, some stun assists, not a huge amount, but the enemy tanks are bleeding dry at the south end of the town. Meanwhile, our guys are moving up on the west side, but they've got a bit of an opposition now. It's an E5. Okay, he's going to try and lay a round in there. If he can get this guy stunned, it'll make a difference. Okay, he's working on the basis the guy's pulling back. He did. And he took a hit for 312, which is almost as good as a direct hit. The E5's decided now he's got too few hit points to stay alive. The 121, though, by that enemy Arty shot, got stunned, so he held back just for a second. What's going on our side? Well, an enemy Rhinocerente has actually managed to get up on the east side of the map. Or was it Gonkovica? Actually, it was Gonkovica, and that was a direct hit. Yep, the Gonkovica was sitting behind the wreck, not a Rhinocerente, I was wrong. And he was sitting behind the wreck, and of course, Randy, even if he doesn't see the guy, he can still put the shell behind the wreck. And he did, and the target took it. A direct hit. He's not a one-shot yet, but if he puts this round in, he could actually do some serious damage. He does, he gets stun assist. And this guy is now, well, he's a one-shot. Now, the Batchat's moved behind us. He's firing in another shell out of his mag. I think he's probably going to be out of shell. So, oh, that was a kill shot! And it was the Panzerkampfwagen 7 who got the kill shot. And there, T110E5, the guy who was also a one-shot, he's now backed off and he's trying to stop our Rhinocerente from moving up. And he just got stunned by the enemy Arty, but that E5's after his kill. And that slowed him down, because he's now stunned as well. He's a one-shot for the Rhinocerente, and he claims the kill. And now there's only 3 enemy left, including their tank destroyer and 2 Arty. Now they've got a Batchat 155-58 and Object 261, and the Arty, the tank destroyer, is a Hori, which of course is a tier 10 tank destroyer, but he's over on the east side of the map as far as we can tell. And if he's over there, he can't stop us capping. He'd have to get closer, and if he gets closer, he'd get hit by the Arty. So, superb game so far. There's the Hori. And there's the Object 261 as well. Rounds out a long flight time. 212 hit points. He had to lead the target there to get that shot on. He could probably take out the Object 261, but he doesn't need to because the Batchat 155-58's got his number, and he's out the game. And now there's only 2 left. The Batchat has to be over in this corner as well. The enemy Batchat. We're marking the ground. You see, both Arty are marking the ground, telling our teammates we're both aiming this side. Now he pumps that one in, gets the stun on the Hori 3, gets some stun assist, big hits, and that's the end of the game. The kill shot went to our Rhinocerente, and it's all over. Good game. No, it's not all over. What am I saying? I'm looking and wondering, why haven't the game ended? The Batchat 155-58 hasn't been destroyed. Oh, he has now. There he is. He was probably saying, why have they all stopped going after me? Okay, well, that one was close. He got some splash. 216 hit points. And now it's all over. I counted it too early. You think it's all over? It is now. Well, I got caught up there in thoughts of 1966 when Britain won the World Cup at soccer. And yes, the famous commentator and some of the crowd at Wembley thought that the game was over. They ran onto the pitch to celebrate, but the game was still going. And at the moment that they scored that last goal to make England win 4-2, the Germans were standing by. They just didn't know what to do next because, of course, as far as they thought, the pitch was being invaded. But the British kept on playing, the England team kept on playing, and of course the game was over with that last goal because there was no way the Germans could come back from 2 goals above. But anyway, in this game, the game was still going because they hadn't found the Batchat. He was hiding behind the rock, using the Object 261 for cover. And when they finally did find him, Randy managed to get another shell in to get some more damage. That was an ace tanker game. Yes, he says, sweet master with my love. Ace tanker, he got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13. Got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. In fact, he didn't get a single kill in the game, but boy did he hit a lot of the enemy, and that really helped his team. He also got a win rate of 2,945, which is super Unicum standard, just close to Unicum, but it is super Unicum. Let's have a look at the score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage, and I think he probably would have been disqualified if he did anyway, because he did splash the T110E3 on his team when he was trying to hold off that Object 260. Unfortunate, but under the rules by Wargaming, they would have disqualified him from the high caliber. But as it was, the Rhino Sorrente, who did get the highest damage, only got a tank sniper because he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool. He only got 4,085 hit points. And we can see Randy got the second highest with 3,790, so he was a high scorer. Third highest was the 121B, who got 3,487 in that game. When it came to kills, we can see the high scorer was the 121B. Yes, a very useful little tank, the 121B. Very, very OP. 3 kills went to the Rhino Sorrente and the Panzerkampfwagen 7, who got the Gonkovica kill in the end. That guy who came down the side and kept getting hit by Arty. Finally, the Panzerkampfwagen 7 got the kill shot. And 2 kills went to the Object 260 and the TVP T5051 on the enemy team. You can see here, Randy didn't get any kills at all. But when it came to base XP, he's in 3rd place because the 121B got 1,131. He was high scorer. 1,062 went to the Panzerkampfwagen 7. And in 3rd place, yes, it's Randy with his GWE100. He got 1,021. They were the only 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 base in the game, with the next one being the Rhino Sorrente. He got the tank sniper. The E3 got a steel wall, which is not surprising considering the fact he was blocking shots that were coming not only from the enemy team, but also from his own team, who were trying to kill the 260, who wanted to get past him. Unfortunate, but it happened. Anyway, let's have a look at detail. 16 shots fired out of a magazine of 30, 8 direct hits on the enemy, none of them penetrated, but he did get 21 splash on the enemy and 3,790 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters from that 21 centimeter howitzer. Well, it's actually a mortar. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, none were killed, but he did get 178 hit points of damage assist and 2,633 hit points of stun assist of 20 stuns. So, yeah, 16 shots, 20 stuns. He was hitting multiple tanks at the same time, especially those guys in the town center where they're all bunched together and easily taking hits, multiple hits. So he also got a profit of 87,469 credits on a premium account. And that's including a mission completion bonus of 65,000. He got 7 bonds because it was tier 10 game. And he also picked up 3,063 experience points. It was a good game. He didn't get any kills, but it was a good game, and it shows the worth of Arty in that you can strip away the hit points from the enemy tanks and make it so much easier for your teammates to go in there and get the kills so they can pick up the rewards for a highest number of kills and the top guns and the Radley Walters, and you just pick up the high caliber that goes with stripping these tanks of their armor, or at least you get a Gauze medal or something else to prove that you did your job. Probably a Confederate, as in this case. You did your job because you hit as many enemy tanks as you could. As we saw in this one, he hit 10 of the enemy. So 2/3 of the enemy team were hit by Randy XX in this game. So yes, he was really spreading that Arty love onto the enemy. And obviously they didn't like it. They may have captured the town, but after they captured the town, they just wore themselves out. And then the rest of our team finished the enemy off. But what a great game that was. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.